And in doubles, you shouldn't be able to literally tag someone anytime you want. You know,
What do
like
you mean? That's what Hayden was doing. That's your partner, bro.
no, that's what I'm saying. That's the other thing I was gonna say. Hayden Patriquin is able. I honestly think Hayden Patriquin could literally win matches by just hitting people in the chest. And I don't know
I
if
think
that's that's crazy, but yeah, he has the ability to do it. He chooses not to do it.
I'm Team Hayden doing it far more often.
No, yeah, it's fun for us, yeah, but we're gonna end up with goggles.
That's honestly probably not a. I'd be surprised if pickleball doesn't end up requiring eyewear at some point in the future, right? It's gonna be as soon as one player like has a career-ending or a serious eye injury at the pro level, that's when it's gonna happen. To be honest,
It only takes one guy, yeah, or girl.
yeah, exactly. So like, I think that's inevitably gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your doubles run with Hayden, and that's where obviously the tears and the emotion all sort of boiled up on Saturday night. But you and Hayden have been a consistent team, a top 5 or top 4 team, definitely part of that big 4 that people have been calling it. Big 4 being Ben and Gabe, Christian and Andre, you and Hayden, and then J-Dub and CJ. But you guys have probably been number 4 in that sort of slot, right? For the majority of the year. If you looked at titles and medals and overall, those other 3 squads are probably a little bit ahead of you there. And so, most people would kill for that to be sort of a down year, but you and Hayden are still or were still kind of finding some identity, and you had a little bit of even further struggles a little bit later in the summer. So, obviously the big strategy switch that you guys made was putting you full-time on the right side. Can you talk about why you weren't right side early on? What made that switch?
Yeah. Well, I mean, last year we won 3 out of 3 tournaments that we played together with me on the left and him on the right, and I thought it was gonna be tough to crack that. The first tournament of the year we played Ben and Colin. Hayden is really sick, so I was like, I mean, maybe it's just a fluke of match. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of like a slow death for me on the left, honestly, because we had matches that didn't go our way. Andrew and Christian started playing really well together, which kudos to them. Like they kind of like took us that number 2 seed by just playing good pickleball and being really dominant. I don't think they get the amount of praise they deserve, but they're a really good team. They didn't have the greatest tournament. Well, they got bronze, but they're a really good team and they kind of took that 2 seed. And I just started feeling that the losses and Hayden especially was getting frustrated. And then he kind of like felt that he was kind of in a box where he couldn't help out that much. Uh, because Hayden is not really like he's not gonna be like the steady guy. He needs to be moving.
Yeah,
He needs to be
for
on
sure.
the move. He needs to be in the move. You know, and when things don't go your way, you want to move more. You want to be on, doing things. And we started doing that like a couple tournaments ago. And yeah, I mean, Hayden wants to play the left. Hayden wants to play the left, and I just want to win. And he wants to win too, and he thinks that's the way to do it by him on the left, and I'm super okay with it. And I actually really enjoy the ride. And he has an aggression style that with this ball, honestly, I think it helps out a little more. His roll dinks, his aggressive dinks are phenomenal and especially with this ball. Um, and I can give him a little more of room to breathe where they can come to me. I'm just gonna make balls, or I can set him up a little more, and I'm just not gonna make unforced errors where he can go for them because it's all good. It's kind of like in the budget kind of thing.
Yeah,
Um,
but like early, at least maybe like the second half of summer, like Virginia Beach, Bristol, Vegas, some of those tournaments. Maybe not the first Vegas, but it felt like Hayden was getting a little iced out, and you could just see him getting antsy, right? You'd see him like standing in the center of the court. You'd see him kind of pulling whatever he could get so he could get involved. Like
yeah,
teams sort of found out, like, all right, hey, we dead dink Fed. he's less dangerous than Hayden, which I think you would probably say is
Yeah.
is pretty fair.
Yeah.
I think everybody's less dangerous than Hayden,
Yeah.
except for maybe Gabe. But yeah, I was wondering like why you guys weren't making that sort of switch, right? You're obviously such a good left side player. However, like Hayden's not really getting involved in some of these points. And then when he does, when he starts to get antsy, he starts to get a little trigger happy, and they don't work the same way as when he's consistently sort of getting the ball.
Yeah. No, the main thing was I know that Kenny can play the left way better than me, and that's not an issue. The biggest thing was me not being at at the task on the right. Like the fear was okay. I can play the right, but am I gonna do it good? Like I might get like screwed. So I took the decision to be like, okay, you know what? Like let's work on the right. And honestly, like the past week or the past month, it's been really enjoyable. It's kind of like I'm like trying to like learn the game again, and it's kind of like it gets me back in that addiction of like I want to go out there and get better because it's kind of like I don't know. It's an extra motivation now, which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
And
Dude, the last time I remember seeing you on the right side was MLP 2022 when you got drafted with Deckel. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't think I've seen Fed consistently on the right side since then. I'm
yeah,
sure there was probably something or another, but
I,
like, did
that
you
was the
play?
last year. Yeah, that was the last year I played the right. I played a couple with James Ignatowicz. I played with Deco. I played with Chuck Taylor. That's when I did my first championship Sunday in the APP tour. Me on the right with Chuck Taylor. But yeah, after that year, I played with Paulo Teles. So then I was kind of like, he's lefty, so exclusive on the left. But I was practicing the right a lot because Paulo needed right side things. So I was like, and Paulo likes
Sure.
to hit those things a lot. So I was like maybe like 30 minutes a day with him on the right slicing things there. But yeah, I mean that was kind of what it was.
Yeah. So how'd you train up so quickly? Because you basically went from a month from playing exclusively left for years to now winning a PPA tournament from the right side with Hayden in like less than a month.
Yeah, I didn't expect winning. I was expecting doing good, honestly. After Vegas, I felt like something was clicking really well. We had game points against Ben and Gabe, and I was like it's not like we're playing. It's not that they're playing terrible. Like we kind of like put them in a bad position. Um, but yeah, I mean I'm on the court a lot. Honestly, that's the biggest. That's not a secret, and that's how I can get used to something a little better. Just being on the court, drilling and playing. That's the only way to do it. Honestly, that's how I did it.
Today's episode is sponsored by TrueLeaf. If you're looking to stay on your top of your game both on and off the court, they've got you covered with powerful plant-based wellness support. They've built a product lineup of safe, reliable cannabis products that fit right into your schedule, whether you're looking for something for balance, relief, or recovery without breaking your sweat. Their team of associates can help you find exactly what you need no matter your experience level. So head to trueleaf.com to learn more about their products and how to get your medical cannabis card.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, darling, had